Wow. 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 So you guys are so into yourselves, like you are so committed to censoring innocent people that you're just gonna go and try to get my Patreon deleted now. Oh, you have an opinion of me, so you're just gonna try and ruin my entire career. Really? Is that what you're going to do? Oh, I'm sorry. The FBI never showed up. Oh, I'm sorry. The cops are all about Onion Boy because turns out didn't break a single law. So what do? Oh, well, our opinions have been invalidated so many times of him that we're gonna disable his Patreon. Wow. Wow, you would really do that. You would really do that!
Hello.
Take a seat. I'll be right there.
I couldn't find the place.
Oh, I know. It's so hard to find.
Donald Morrison was one of those characters who, had it not been for the graphic nature of his online conversation with someone he thought was a young teenage girl, it would be comical. What's going on?
I don't know. I just was talking to her, and she said, "Come down and visit her." I have a compulsion for younger women, just meeting them. I've met about a dozen of them online.
Did you ever get in trouble for it?
Well, I got in trouble because I met a girl in Michigan.
And how old was that girl?
70.
And what trouble did you get in there?
Well, her grandfather wanted me to try to charge me with something. They couldn't do anything, so they arrested me for trying for possessing child pornography because I had nude pictures of her on my computer. They ended up dropping the charges.
I see. And how did you get the naked pictures of the teenage girl?
I met her in Michigan, and I took them.
You took the pictures of the girl?
Mm-hmm.
If you are ready for sex, I'll give it to you, but I have erectile dysfunction. Won't get real hard. Sure sounds like you were preparing for a sex act.
I was preparing for her because she said that, I said, if you saw what I said, if you want it, I will give it to you, but I'm not going to force anything that you don't want. I'm not going to force myself on you.
That doesn't make it legal, though.
I know it doesn't make it legal.
I want you to be honest with me. If I wasn't here tonight, and a young girl who was alone and willing to have sex, what do you think would have happened?
I could say honestly, yes, it probably would have if she would have, said, hey, let's go for it.
And you don't see anything wrong with that?
Yes, I do see things wrong with it, but I had lack of judgment. Oh, I know my mom's going to take my computer and completely throw it away.
You're 48 years old, Donald.
It's a rainy night in Connecticut, and this 40-year-old guy thinks he is going to cuddle in bed with a 13-year-old girl named Bailey. But in a few minutes, 40-year-old John Dupay will find out that this hookup has no happy ending.
Boo, I'm all fresh from the shower.
I wish I smell your body, baby. Baby, I think it's gonna be amazing for me and you when our bodies are touching and I'm inside you and we're kissing. OMG.
What did you bring?
Presents.
What do you got? Show me.
Chips.
Nice. What kind is it? Thank you.
She asked for snacks, and he's more than happy to oblige. A bag of chips, a caramel-covered chocolate bar, and a giant bottle of iced tea.
It's so nice to finally see you.
What's up?
This is crazy.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
Why?
I don't know, I've never done this. Have you?
No.
So what do you want to do?
A hug?
I don't know.
Hey, Lou.
Hey.
Have a seat right around that stool right there in front, please. No, right there. Please have a seat. Okay. Right there. Set the phone down, please. What is your plan here tonight?
Just hang out, watch football?
Hang out and watch football with whom?
With her.
Who's her?
With Billy.
And do you know how old Bailey is?
She's 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
She told you she's 13. Not that that matters.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
30.
30.
Dupay is lying. We both know he's really 40.
You tried to do the FBI, didn't work! You tried to do the police! Didn't work!
These are some of the texts the 32-year-old man who calls himself Mike Thrilla sent to our decoy, who he thought was 13.
Did you blaze? You're my soulmate. Wow, you are so cute. You look way older, by the way.
But he also admits he shouldn't be talking to a 13-year-old.
Well, you were cool and cute too. I just know I could get in trouble even talking to you, you know?
But Manzi continues texting. He later appears to become suspicious and asks the decoy to send a custom pic with his name on it. His fears that the girl isn't real are apparently quashed. The date is set, and on a crisp autumn day, Manzi arrives at the Sting house.
Hello? Hi. I'm good. How are you?
At the house, okay?
Yes, I did. Sorry I'm being like a little...
No, it's alright.
Weird.
This is like weird.
Well, it's not so much that it's weird, it's well... Do you mind if I just like look around?
Oh, go for it.
You okay?
I don't know.
What Manzi doesn't know is that I am waiting for him right behind that curtain.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Good.
Why don't you have a seat right on that stool, please?
Sure.
No, right here, sir.
No, I know.
Please, right there. Right, sir. Sit, please.
Okay.
I need to talk to you.
Well,
What are you doing here today?
well, I'm here because I was slightly concerned.
Concerned about what?
Well, concerned because she's talking to people that are a lot younger, a lot older on the website.
Now, why were you so concerned about a 13-year-old girl?
Well, she's talking to other people that are obviously same age as me.
And how old are you?
I'm 32.
You're 32?
Yes.
So you came over to make sure she was okay?
Well, I came over just to make sure that
Everything was fine?
everything was okay. I was not.
So you were going to search the house just now to make sure, what?
Well,
Bad guys were here?
Well, I mean, I don't know. She could come. She could be here with a group of people, for all I know, and she obviously was. I mean, don't you think? Don't you think that would be like a safe idea?
What was today's lesson supposed to be?
Today's lesson for me.
Today's lesson from you.
Today's lesson from me was to not.
So instead, you resort to the paycheck. And you got it! You got it! All my patrons have been deleted! Are you happy? No!
He's Michael Willis, screen name Generic White Male. He's almost 50 years old and he's been chatting online with a girl who calls herself Jolanda and who says she's 15. He lies to her about his age, typing, "I'm 30. You probably don't want me around you. I'm cute though, built good." Then he says,
"We'd have to keep us a secret because of the age difference. Younger girls like you don't come along often. I'd want you again and again."
Then he sends an online picture of his penis to the girl who told him she was 15.
And how did you meet her?
Well, of course, online.
You act like I should know that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a common thing now.
Just to meet young girls online.
No, meet any women online.
Then I remind Generic White Male that Jolanda told him she was 15.
What? No way.
You know, I have the transcript of your conversation with Jolanda.
You know what? I don't want this cookie. I just want to get to the beach.
Come here, just one second, sir.
But Generic White Male won't be going to the beach today. As he heads out the back, he stumbles off the porch right into the arms of the Fort Myers Police Department. The police quickly take him down to the ground. In Florida, where it's relatively easy to get a permit to carry a concealed weapon, these officers aren't taking any chances.
The best thing to do is...
Tea is on the table.
He tries to follow the decoy.
Should have a seat right in that chair.
Instead, he runs into me.
Please, sir, I really drove this far for no reason.
You drove this far for no reason?
Yes, sir. I swear.
Perfect Buddy says he was really just looking for a friend, nothing more. But then his story seems to change.
Please, I swear, sir, I'm a desperate person. I need a girl in my life, and if she really wanted to be my friend, that would be all I needed from her.
She said she was 13.
She did. I'm sorry, sir. I have interest in younger girls, That has just been a fantasy of mine.
A fantasy?
Yes, sir.
Do you know it violates Georgia law?
Yes, sir.
Did you say you are ready to have my fang in your mouth?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that?
Are you ready to have my
Is this what you want, huh? Is this what you want a total meltdown?
He says he wasn't doing anything wrong.
You ask her if she's horny.
What's wrong with that?
You ask if she does anal.
It's a question.
I know, but you're asking a question to somebody who identify themselves as an underage girl.
It's just talking. I don't see the internet and real life are two different things. What says on the internet doesn't mean that's what I really think.
Well, that would be easier to believe, Jeff, if you didn't show up here tonight, where you thought a young girl was home alone.
No, I really didn't. Well, I knew she was a
Why would you be here?
Do you like kombucha? I love kombucha!
No plan whatsoever.
No plan whatsoever.
Just coming to talk and everything. Obviously, I need.
As the 31-year-old heads for the door, law enforcement moves into place, ready to take the man down as soon as he walks outside.
Get on the ground now! Get down!
Drinks like pee and smells even worse! Oh, my Patreon's deleted! My Patreon! What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do now?
A man in the SpongeBob jacket walks about 2.5 miles right past our street and gets lost. After walking several blocks out of his way, he finally heads in the right direction and hears our decoy calling him.
Hey!
We can leave the beach.
Can you give me a ride home? Because I want to walk
I can't
back.
give you a ride, I'm sorry.
I had to walk back?
Well, that's up to you. But I'm not in a position to give you a ride, though.
Did you bring the porn for the laptop, or?
Yeah, it's porn.
You brought it? Okay. Alright, well then, can you, explain to me, what you think we're gonna do?
First, I was going to get to know you. I wasn't in a rush to have sex yet. I'll let you in a rush.
And how old are you?
Me, I'm 17.
What year were you born?
85, I think. 85, I think.
85?
He's really born in 1980. That makes him 27.
I wasn't planning on doing anything with her.
You say things online like, and I'm going to give you anal, because you got a nice ass.
Okay, is there any way you can give me a cab?
I'm not going to be able to do that.
The good news is he won't have to make that long walk back to the train station.
Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down!
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm covered in kombucha and I have no more Patreon!
Could you explain yourself?
I'm sorry. Certainly. I'm sorry.
What's going on here?
Your son IM'd me and he told me to come on over.
I have been in television for 24 years.
I just came to get something to eat.
And I have very seldom been at a loss for words.
Sir, I just came to get something to eat.
But I don't even know what to ask you first.
I just came to get something to eat.
John, we've been through this before. What are you doing? I've got the chat log again. You're chatting up another 13-year-old kid, and you're going to meet him here at McDonald's. You identify yourself. You call yourself Shane this time. You ask him a series of personal sexual questions. Is that appropriate talk to be having with someone you think is a 13-year-old boy? No. Last night, you walk into a house in suburban Washington, naked, with a 12-pack of beer, hoping to meet a 13-year-old boy. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Today, you're on the internet again. You have an inappropriate conversation with a boy you think is 13, and you set up a meeting here at this fast food restaurant. What was your intention?
I don't know.
Don't you think you need some help?
I'm seeing a psychiatrist.
Do you see why I was skeptical last night when you said...
And you get those...
No, I can't, John. I can't do that. That's their job, is to record video and audio. Now, you put yourself in this position, so don't get tough with that. Do you see why I was skeptical last night when you said it was the very first time you'd ever done something like that?
It was, though.
Oh, you consider yourself a predator?
I don't know.
You don't know. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, sir.
You did this to me! All of you!
Please. Michael, right?
Oops, sorry.
All right, Michael, have a seat. I want to talk to you for a little bit. How you doing tonight?
Good, sorry.
Do you remember who I am?
Mm.
Do you remember?
I'm sorry what I did.
Okay. But you got to explain to me why or how you thought it was okay after having a court date stemming from our last visit, and then within 24 hours you show up at this house to meet another young girl. What are you thinking about?